Hey, I'd like to welcome you guys to a presentation that I'm going to do a broadcast of the National Football League's Atlanta Falcons at home versus the traveling Pittsburgh Steelers. The building was loaded with Pittsburgh Steelers fans. And, they came out and they knocked right on the door and kicked it in. And I know it's preseason, and Pittsburgh is working on something just as well as Atlanta. But all I really want to do in my broadcast is just paint a picture of the game, my viewpoint of it, and try and teach if anybody. I'm trying to do what I call good news, and so I just decided to be my own analyst since I'm not hired. I'll do my own presentation. Enjoy. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Atlanta, Georgia. That right there in front of you is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I am Motell the Great, the host, the best coach, analyst, play-by-play. I'm going to give you some feedback on some of the plays inside of the preseason game between the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons at home hosting with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. The future head coach, the future Hall of Famer, the future All-Star, Mike Tomlin is in the building, and I'm excited to get a chance to say that I'm in here. We got the Falcons coming out. This is a great evening of football. Preseason is always fun. It's time for football. As I cascade down on the field from an eagle-eye view, bird's-eye view, from way up in the top. This is the best that I could do, but I just thank God anyway. There's the smoke lifted in the sky as the Atlanta Falcons will now flood and pour onto the field to face this contest against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, what I learned is Pittsburgh will play their starters in the beginning, and the Falcons have decided to reserve their starters and keep them on the side. Either way, this is an evaluation moment. There's a lot of young men who are trying to get an NFL career, so I'm looking forward to seeing these young men do the absolute best that they can. As I pirouette around the stadium to give you a view, all of the red seats is not blood, it's just empty space because a lot of people are not here at this time. But somebody like me who's a junkie was here when the janitors arrived with the keys jingling to open up the stadium. Nonetheless, it's time to go. The lights is flashing. It's preseason. Here we go. The Falcons are represented in white. There's two high safeties, a bunch formation for Pittsburgh. They run a play action look down to the bottom, and the run gains a few yards. This is the quarterback who will be the starter. The starting running backs, and everybody is out here, even George Big Time Pickens. Slight motion, back to throw. He looks, fires one over the middle. It's complete. Oh, it's out the sideline. Down the sideline he goes. The pass is complete, a streamlined bomb that was directed along the sideline was completed. Single high safety for the Falcons. Here we go, hurry up. They're running a zone to the bottom where that ball was stretched for a number of yards picked up. Pittsburgh is on the move as they've already reached midfield with a Falcons decal. A beautiful stadium. It's air conditioned inside of here. Lovely. I want to thank God for everybody that's here. Travel to and fro safely. Pittsburgh breaks the huddle. Two deep safeties for the Falcons. Spread formation for Pittsburgh. Long count. There's a slight motion. It goes across. He's going back. There's an inside run. Picks up nearly 6 to 8 yards as he dives forward. Football down the field in this last preseason game. Back to throw. Fires one down the sideline. It's big time George Pickens makes a catch And it got both feet in. This was amazing. Tiptoe along the sideline. The Atlanta defender looked helpless. Back to throw, Pickett fires it down the right sideline. Tiptoe. Pickens even stretched the football out to try and get a touchdown. What a play. This young man is absolutely amazing. George, big time Pickens. Steelers is already to the 1 yard line. Here you'll see a big time running back, Najee Harris, plow the football in. Here's the replay. Power football inside. Najee powers his way to the end zone and shrugs aside an Atlanta defender. Touchdown. Tight formation. Pittsburgh, 2 deep safeties. They're rolling their coverage. Quarterback is dumped. Nearly steamrolled. I think that's TJ Watt. Let's look at the replay. Play action. Back to throw. There's TJ. Slams him on the side of his helmet. Brutally inside of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The partisan crowd is stunned as the Falcons are going in reverse. It's preseason. Let's not get too excited. It's an incomplete pass. Falcons trying to get their offense cranked up. Pittsburgh is on offense. It's a play action. This was a screen setup. As they leaked out to the left, Najee tiptoes down the sideline, finally pushed out of bounds, but still doesn't go down. Refusing to be tackled by the Atlanta defender. Pittsburgh inside the red zone. Fred, look. Middle of the Falcons defense are running inside power. His first play will be pushing in there, get it closer. The second one, number 30, the running back, will massage his way to the right and shrug to the side and stretch and score a touchdown. Here he comes. He bounces it to the right. Look at the speed. Gets to the 2 yard line, runs over an Atlanta defender and stretches for the touchdown. Supreme offensive attack at this point. Motion for Pittsburgh. Play action look, throws. The pass is complete to a tight end diving along the numbers. Around the 40. Their own 40. Falcons are evaluating things and paying attention, and it's all going to work out. They try to win their division. That's the concentration. Pittsburgh is in a much tougher situation in the North, in the AFC. Motion, zone left, piled up. Stretch gains a couple of yards. People have predicted the Saints to win the NFC South. Falcons beg to differ. They have superstars of their own, Bijan, and they definitely have a receiving corps. Tight ends, got to get the quarterback underway. Needs to get practice. He'll be ready to go. The ball is stretched to the left. He bounced it out. He's down the sideline and near the red zone again. Pittsburgh, number 26, ran it inside, dipped it. There was a missed tackle, and he stretched it down, runs down 50, 40, 30, 20, and down. Nearly struck the guy away. One more time. Atlanta defenders are having a very difficult time bringing down the Pittsburgh ball carrier. Pittsburgh still continues to administer movement down the field. It looked like Mike Tomlin has chosen to work the inside run, knowing that he's hit Pickens for a completion. So there was a bomb completed on the left side of the sideline, and then there was a bomb completed on the right side, and then it's been Najee up the middle. Number 30, 26, running it inside and bouncing it outside. Pittsburgh's offense is in full effect. The Falcons, on the other hand, are concentrating from a defensive side to see if they can get everything together. This game does not count, so this is the last warm-up before the season starts.
Yeah. I ain't playing none. Second and 5. I thought they were going to start the game. I wasn't in this.
Falcons come out in a spread look. There's motion. There's a stretch, a zone to the left. It's gobbled up. No room. Pittsburgh is winning a muscle war, the coaching war, just the physicality war, the war of the fans in the stadium. This place is completely blanketed with Pittsburgh terrible towels. Falcons got motion. They're going left to right on your screen. Second quarter. Action. Back to throw. Fires one over the middle. Pass is broken up.
First down. That is real side, ain't it?
Maybe the Falcons have seen enough with their starters to allow them to sit, or did they not want the physicality of the Pittsburgh Steelers imposing their will on the starters? I don't know that. You have to ask coach. Falcons break the huddle. Heavy formation to the right. Running back off to the left. There's a shift. Running back shifts. Pittsburgh rolls their coverage. Back to throw. I actually like what the Falcons are doing, not giving too much away. Preseason game. Pittsburgh is in the AFC. It's not that big of a point, except to give these young guys an opportunity to shine. Shotgun formation. Pittsburgh switches their coverage. Back to throw, quick set. Fires it. It's complete. The safety was scraping over from the top. It was a too high safety look. Number 31 started running full speed, watching a crosser. Finally got there a little bit late, but you can tell he was beating in on it. I'm not sure how many of these starters for Pittsburgh are on defense. There's motion, zone to the bottom. It's kind of stuffed. So you see the Falcons doing what I think preseason is all about, allowing their guys to have one last opportunity to make the ball play. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, getting their starters fine-tuned, ready to go, and then they implement their players who are trying to get starting jobs. I like both strategies. I can't complain about it. I love the game. Falcons have two high safeties. They're roaming up, trying to make the tackle. Pittsburgh advancing the football, going from right to left on the screen. Motion. Goes back. This is another view of the game from a lower deck standpoint. It's almost over for my recording. But here we go. Falcons are going from left to right on the screen. You can see the single high safety for Pittsburgh running as they ran stretch. Here it comes to the left. The Falcons want to impose their will this year with the run game. I really felt like when they played against the Cleveland Browns, they unleashed the run game against the Browns in the second half, and they've been running it ever since. They got Bijan, Algier, and there's a host of runners. Atlanta's planning on pounding the football in the NFC. Out pass thrown complete. The defender was scraping a little bit too late. The catch was made by the receiver as he jumped up, stretched, and pulled it in. It's a nice looking play. Short roll, a little action. Complete to the wide receiver. Falcons are cooking with grease. Round the midfield stripe on top of the Falcon. Both teams love the motion. Single high safety rolling around. Falcons break the huddle. They're in the pistol formation with the running back directly behind the quarterback. There's a bunch to the right. Pittsburgh single high safety. Back to throw. Fires it. Ball is short as it skips off the turf. Incomplete. Same formation for the most part. Turn gives to the running back. He cuts to the left. He fumbles the football. Picked up by the Pittsburgh Steelers. His knees was not down. This will not be questionable. And the Falcons foil their opportunity to score. Look at this. The jump cut to the left. He finds the hole, sticks his head in. 24 gets nosy, reaches in, and pokes the football out like Mel Blount and the Steelers from back in the days. Picked up, and now the Steelers are on offense. Falcons wasted an opportunity inside the red zone. That's a no-no in the preseason, regular season, playoffs, and possibly the Super Bowl.
Next up, we got as dispenser.
Steelers break the huddle. Heavy formation to the right, trips. Motion, make it balanced. Quarterback gives, inside run. He powers it for about 6 yards or so. Steelers. Under center. Short motion to the right. Runs the toss. Football is stretched out. And he's tackled by the Atlanta defenders. They closed in on him.
It's third down.
Falcons are doing a much better job defensively
It's third down.
this series. Even though I know the Pittsburgh Steelers have their reserves in, now it's reserve on reserve, and we got a game. Running back is off to the left, shotgun formation. Running back crosses over to the right. There's a short motion that comes and goes back. Back to throw, he buzzes in the pocket, steps up, runs, and maybe salvages a yard or two, avoiding a sack. Under center, tailback is deep. He's going to get it. There's power. Run, he breaks it off to the left. Up the field, gains some yardage. Trips to the right. Tailback deep. Long count, stretch. Give the ball to the tailback to the right. He pushes forward as they try to cave in the Atlanta Falcons defense to the right. Both teams are working on the inside run, which is a great concept. So both teams win in my conclusion. I think this is a great contest. Both teams are competing. Here we go. We look like we have a trips to the right, a bunch. There's a shift. Then they go back. Quarterback is poised to make sure nobody gets called for illegal procedure. Now there's the motion that comes. There was actually an error that was about to occur. He runs the boot to the right, shoots it to the tight end who crosses, and the defender cut him up underneath his legs. He may have picked up about 3 or 4 yards. I think both teams have found out what they wanted to find out for this final curtain call preseason. Unfortunately, you have to get the rosters down to 53, so a lot of these guys will be eliminated. Short motion, it's a part of the game. Inside run, he turns and gains about 3 or 4 yards and he bounces it off to the left. Falcons shifted formation. Steelers huddle. I'd like to welcome everybody again. This is Motell Granted the Great to my presentation of the preseason game between the National Football League. All the copyrights are not in my name. I'm just giving a presentation. This is not for financial gain. 2-by-2 look. Back to throw. Pass is complete. And that's it. I'd like to thank you guys for the short presentation that I wanted to present. This is outside the stadium at nighttime. I thank you guys for listening to me, Motell Granted the Great, give my presentation, commentary, everything else. I love you guys. Much respect. Stay safe. God bless you. I'll see y'all later. Let there be light.